So welcome to my new video guys. So in this video we will learn about a particular Django project, workshop Django project. Okay, so you are seeing in front of you in the command prompt I have started the Django development server. Okay, by firing the command python manage.py run server. Okay, you know earlier only I have posted many videos in about the Django project. Okay, so now what it will do, though I am not using the database in this Django project, that's why I have not fired Django manage dot sorry Python manage.py make migrations and migrate. I have not fired the command make migrations and migrate because that those two commands can only be fired when we will integrate database, any type of database in our Django project. So though in this project I am not using any type of database, that's why I have not fired those two commands. Okay, for that case I have, so there are many unapplied migrations are there. See, it is telling, it is giving a warning, you have 18 unapplied migrations. Okay, so I have not used admin auth, that is basically used for authorization, content type, sessions that will hold the user's data in the browser until and unless I stop the station. Okay, so I have not fired the command migrate migration. Okay, so now without database only, our like the development server for the Django has started along with the port number and the IP address. Okay, I have told you Django has like started by default, has the port number, like runs in the port number 8000. Okay, so now I have told you this, so I will minimize it and show you what our project is about. So basically, when I though I have run like started the development server, so I will reload one more time. Okay, so now you will see this is a workshop feedback form. So there is couple of form fields are there, participant's name is there, email, workshop topic, which is basically a drop down. If you press the arrow key, you will see Django, Python, machine learning, data science. Okay, whatever is about the topic, about the workshop, that you can choose. Rating is also a drop down, so you can give the rating excellent, good, average, poor. The options are by default provided. Okay, so now again I have done something like provided the text area for writing the commands. Okay, now new thing is, what is the new thing is that this, so you know, like in the previous video only I have taught you like how we can create uh, form fields, multiple form fields, form with the help of HTML. Okay, with the help of views.py, how we can send the data to the template. Okay, how we integrate database, how we will fire the make migrations and migrate commands, that I have taught you in my previous video only. Okay, so the new thing is, number one, the first new thing is attachment. Now the user can upload any type of file also. Okay, at the runtime of the Django project. Okay, how it will store I will show you when I will explain the code. Okay, there are two buttons, analyze, review and submit feedback. Okay, now, analyze, review we will not see in this video because it also, like for analyze review we have to first learn about JavaScript. Okay, jQuery, it is related. Okay, so that's why before, like after taughting you the JavaScript, then only I will go for analyze review, or else I will not work. I will work with submit feedback. Okay, after pressing for submit feedback, where it will redirect I will show you. What is this? This is a unique reference ID. Why it is, from where it is coming, I will show you when I will explain the code. Okay, now go to the code. So basically I will show you the, I will tell you again the workflow. So when I am entering the URL, okay, so the request is forwarded to the Django application from the web server. Okay, so basically it will first go to the main urls.py. So with the help of include, what include does, connects, basically used to connect the main urls.py with the apps urls.py. Where is app urls.py? My app name is feedback hub. So here is the urls.py, app urls.py. Okay, this. Okay, so first of all, the URL will go to here. Second is, with the help of include, it will go to the app urls.py. Okay, go to the app urls.py here. Okay, so here, if any request came in this app URL, then it will automatically execute the corresponding function based view, that is feedback form. Okay, which is present inside the views.py. Okay, here. Okay, so I have explained you not there, and this is the configuration or the code we have to do for the static part. Though I have told you, not I will not explain any static part in this video, because we need to first learn the JavaScript, we need to first learn the jQuery and Ajax, then only I will go for static part. That I will explain you in my next video. Okay, so now if you concentrate on the folder structure, first of all we will concentrate on the folder structure. Okay, now we will analyze what are the things we are going to learn which is new to us. Okay, at the end of the video, what are the new things we are going to learn. First of all, if you see the folder structure, we have one app. Okay, feedback hub, we know. We have template, which is already we know. This is the main project. Okay, workshop project folder. Okay, and manage.py is there, and by default Django provides db SQLite configuration. We can use it or else we cannot use it. This will be there. Okay, now the new thing is, first of all, you will see we are using JSON-L. Okay, so if I go to the JSON-L, you will see, okay, it will store the records, whatever the user, whenever the user will fill up the form, the records will be stored inside the JSON-L, feedbacks.jsonl, each record. Okay, this each line. Okay, each one of these are the JavaScript objects, single JavaScript objects. So what is the difference between JSON file and JSON-L file? In JSON file, you will see we are appending all the informations, means each dictionary or each JavaScript object inside the list or inside any object. Okay, but in case of JSON-L, a particular line contains a particular object. Okay, for this reason, okay, so when we go for adding anything into the JSON file, we need to rewrite the whole thing. Okay, the whole list. Okay, but in this case we just append the new JSON object. Okay, here, so when we go for appending anything, so we will have, I will show you. Suppose participant name is Rahul, and email is, suppose, whatever. So participant name is Peter. Let's give Peter at Python. Excellent. Okay, so I will write something good, very good workshop workshop. I will not choose anything. Okay, now I will submit the feedback. It will again show you, like, redirect to a success page. Okay, redirect to a feedback submitted successfully. Okay, so when we will go for, okay, when we will go for, like, see, in the it is appended. Okay, a particular Django, oh, sorry, the JavaScript object, means JSON record, is appended. Okay, it will not in a relationship with the other JSON objects. Okay, but in JSON file we have to rewrite the whole thing. Okay, okay, now we have just, like, this is the second new thing, JSON, like feedback.jsonl we are using here. Next thing is we are using the media folder. What is it? Okay, media folder is basically used to store the files. See, here is the PDF files. A couple of PDF files is there. Okay, Media folder is basically used to store the files that will be uploaded by the user at the runtime of the Django project. Now let's see. If I go for fill up the form again, but I have not done anything, like for attachment I haven't choose any type of file. Okay, any type of file I haven't choose. Okay, that's why like it is not stored in the media. So whatever file the user will choose, that will be stored in the media folder. See, media, inside media there is another folder, that is feedback attachment. Inside that, whatever the user will upload, that uploaded file will be stored here. Okay, now the next new thing is static. Though I will not explain static part, but there are a particular static folder. Okay, inside the static I have a JavaScript file. Okay, feedback.js. JS basically the extension for JavaScript. I have a JavaScript file. Okay, so I will not explain you. Okay, at this time, because it will a little bit difficult, so I will not explain you like for this. Okay, now these are the new things. Okay, and another new thing is there, like when I go for the app, inside the app you will see forms.py. I have explained you in my previous video what is model, like forms.model form. Okay, when we will integrate the database to the Django project. Now I will explain you what is forms.form. Okay, so there is no database, so for generating the form fields, we will use forms.py, like forms.form, like where we have to manually define the form fields. Okay, after that it will be like the form fields will be generated automatically. Okay, we will not generate from the HTML template, and we will not pass any data from the views.py. Okay, I will show you. Okay, so when the user enters the URL to the browser, at first the URL comes to the like the request comes to the url.py, main url.py. With the help of include, I have sent it to the urls.py, apps urls.py. Okay, now before going to the apps urls.py, I have used another folder called middleware. Okay, now if I go for middleware, okay, what is middleware? Middleware basically used to perform a particular logic for every incoming request. Okay, so what is that? So here in like inside middleware I have used a class request reference middleware. Okay, what is it? Inside this class I have a constructor in it that will only execute for the first time when the Django application loads for the first time. Okay, and for every incoming request this function will be called. Now what is it? So like get response. What is get response? Get response is basically holding the next view or next middleware. So how it is working? For every request, suppose something called get request or post request is coming. When I am filling the form, post request is coming, or get request, like at the beginning get request is coming. For every incoming request it will call at the first time, it will uh, initialize the get response. Okay, get response. Then for every incoming request uh, it will call the call function. Okay, this is a special function. Okay, so and we have to give the parameter request, argument request. Okay, now what we are doing, request.reference id. For every incoming request we are generating a reference id. Okay, how we are generating a reference id? Okay, so we are importing the uuid. Okay, uuid basically used to create a long string. Okay, for each and every incoming request. See, it is doing that only. uuid dot uuid4. Uuid4 is basically a built-in function for uuid. Okay, that will generate a long string, but though I don't need that much long string, that's why we are doing the slicing from beginning to 6. Okay, length 6, it will it will create a sub uh, string, and that will be of uppercase. Okay, Now this will be str and request dash, then the UUID means the reference ID will be showing. Okay, where it is showing I will show you. Okay, request dot reference ID, that means we are attaching generating a reference ID for every incoming request, and we are attaching it to the request object. Then what we are doing, we are sending this to the views.py. Okay, so that for every views.py we can use the request ID. So if you go for the first function based view, okay, you will see I'm using the request ID, request.reference ID. For every function based view you can use it. Okay, okay, so basically for middleware we are doing this. Okay, then it will send the response back to the browser. Okay, so middleware is basically used to perform a particular logic for every incoming request. Okay, in this case we are tracking each and every incoming request. Okay, so you can see the request also. Okay, see request ref request C1 C30E. Okay, when you go for submit feedback, okay, I will show you there also you will have a unique request ID. Okay, that will be generated because of the middleware. Okay, because I am tracking each and every incoming request. Now I will go for, from the middleware it will go to the function based view. So at first, the when I go for like when I for at the first time when the user enters the URL into the browser, in that case the first function based view will be executed. Feedback form means user will see a feedback form. Okay, okay, so if you go for this, so I will not explain you the beginning part because it will related to the script file. Okay, so because I will not explain you script file in this uh, video, so that's why I'm skipping this. Because initial data at first there is no initial data, because the user like the request is coming in the form of get. Okay, this is the last topic. Okay, there is no last topic. We have used cookies also. I will show you how why we are using cookies in the JavaScript file. Okay, now if last topic, this is not required because at the first time the request is coming in the form of get, so that's why there is no last topic. So basically this will also not be executed. Okay, we will go to the below part below. So this if block post block will not execute because post block will only execute when the user fills the form and the request come in the form of post. Okay, so else I'm creating a form object or form instance. Okay, so feedback form, from where it is coming, it is coming from the forms.py. See here, it is coming from the forms.py. Now, here in the previous video, I have explained you what is forms.model form. Because what forms.model form does, I will explain you again that it will generate the form fields from the model only. Okay, from in the model where I have created the schema or the structure of the Django schema structure of the database, where every class represents a table and every class attributes represents each column in that table. Okay, from there only like the form fields is generated. I have not in like we don't have to do anything in the views.py or the template. Okay, but in this case, forms.form, though I am not integrating any database, so we have to use forms.form. Okay, for forms.form, I have to manually declare all the form fields. See, I have declared participant name forms.char field, email forms.email field. In this way, I have provided all the drop downs, created all the drop downs also. Like these are the choices. Okay, choices that will be shown in the drop down. What you are seeing in the drop down, you are seeing the by default options: Django, machine learning, data science. This will be okay, so this will be shown for these cases only. Okay, for this reason only I have created the drop downs by like manually. I have created the options. Okay, then with the help of choices I am importing this. Okay, so now, so I have told you another thing, that is when I will use the forms.form or when I will use the forms.model form, it will provides the opportunity for custom validation. Now, there are two types of custom validations: form validation and field level validation. Okay, two types of custom validations: form level validation and field level validation. Though here I have used field level validation. So, what is the syntax for dealing with field level validation? That is, Dave, clean commands. Okay, we have to write the function name clean underscore the file name. Okay, sorry, the form field name for which I need to validate. Okay, but in case of form validation, you can access multiple field elements. Okay, and go for validation. Okay, so if I have done two validation only for command field and for clean attachment field. Now, for command field, okay, so this is the when we will create a feedback like this part, like forms.form, it will create a dictionary, cleaned data. Okay, this is a dictionary. From there, I am accessing the command object. Okay, now we are accessing the command object, so this will hold the command object. Now, if length of commands lesser than equals to 5, if the length of commands lesser than equals to 5, then it will create a validation error. Command must contain at least 5 characters. I will show you. Okay, so if I go for not go for this, okay, and then if I go for submit feedback, it will give a error. Okay, though I have not go deep into the designing part, that's why the error is showing like this. When I will go for designing part, so it will be in a better way. The command will be shown in a error will be message will be shown in a better way. So command must contain at least 5 characters. Okay, so now and after that, what I am doing, returning comments if the like the clean command is validated. Okay, so this will be returned to the views.py. Okay, so how it will be called, I will show you. Now I will go for clean attachment. Okay, so what are the attachment like the user will upload during the runtime of the Django project, that also will be validated. I am using, now here I am using get. Okay, what is the difference between get and this part? Okay, if I go for expand it, okay, this part, because when I will not provide this command, so it will provide an error, empty field. But in this case, it will not provide, because get returns none when it will not get any value. Okay, so that means it is the optional field. Like the user just keep the attachment part also. Okay, now if there is a file, then the allowed extensions is .pdf, .docs, and .txt. Okay, means eh, along with like for this field, like you user can upload in this format only, the documents in this format only, no other. Okay, how we are validating it? So we are using the file name. Okay, we are fetching the file name file.name.lower. Now what we are doing, if not any, okay, we are checking for like for ext in allowed extensions, we are using a for loop first. For ext in allowed extensions, extend allowed extensions, if not any file name dot ends with, if ext like the file name is not ending with ext, then that file name will not be accepted. Only pdf, docs, and txt files are allowed. In this way I have validated two form fields. Okay, attachment and commands. Okay, now when this validation will be called, okay, so when we go for views.py, I'm creating an instance. Okay, now creating an instance. Okay, and we are rendering it. Okay, we are rendering the request along with the html html file, along with the form object and the request id, what we have seen in the middleware. Now inside the, like when the user will fill up the form, then the request will come in the form of post. I will not explain you this. In the next part I will explain you, because I have divided this video into two parts, or else it will be very long video if I go for explaining you the javascript part also. So I will skipping this part, and when the user will fill the form, it will execute the post block if request.method equals to post, because the request will come in the form of post. If I expand it, you will see here also I am creating an form object. Okay, the Django form instance. where I'm passing the request.post and the request.files. Now, what data, like what are the datas, what are the informations the user has filled in that form, that will be stored in the request.post, but the file which the user will upload, that will be stored in the, that details will be stored in the request.file. Okay, now I have printed the data also. If you go for terminal, you will see the data. You see, very good. Okay, this is the Peter, this is the email. Okay, workshop topic. Okay, that I am printing in the terminal also. Now, like if forms.is valid, now we are calling the is valid method. Sorry, function, is valid function. When I will call this, then automatically this validation functions will be executed automatically. This validation function will be called, and if they are validate, and if their validation is done, it is success, then after that, inside the code inside this block will be executed, or else it will provide a error message. Okay, I have shown you also. If I go for if the field is not validated, then it will show a error message also. Now if uploaded file, okay, so now if I go for, now I am going for attachment. Okay, whatever, this attachment part is now empty string. Now uploaded file, okay, form.cleanData.get, we are accessing the attachment object. Okay, whatever the user will upload at the runtime, that object I am accessing, that will be assigned to the upload file. Now if there is upload file, okay, then what is doing, save path equals to os.path.join settings.media root, okay, feedback attachment and uploaded file.name. What we are doing, this settings.media will basically tell the folder name where it is, where the uploaded file will be stored, means the media. See, settings.py will tell about the media folder, okay, where the file will be uploaded. Okay, so if you go for this part, so in the settings.py it is there. Okay. I have configured. Though I am using the media folder for storing the uploaded files by the user, so I have to configure something about the settings.py also. So media URL. See, I have used this link. Okay, underscore media underscore. Okay, so that means it talks about media URLs, talks about the URL. Okay, from where the uploaded file, the URL for where the uploaded file by the user can be used in the browser. Okay, and your media root will tell us where the, about the media folder where the uploaded file will be stored. Okay, so base dir, so in the above part also we have seen base dir. Okay, base dir basically tells about the Django project folder or path where the, the datas will be, folders will be stored, or the Django components will be stored. Okay, I have installed apps. I have told you how we can configure the install apps. First of all, we need to go for, there are a couple of more configurations we need. Okay, we need to tell the, this is the configuration for the uh, app. Also we have also done the configuration for the middleware, though I am using custom middleware, so that's why I have provided the configuration for custom middleware also. There are by default many middleware also, by default many apps also, admin, auth, sessions, message. Okay, so there are templates also, though I have configured the template. I have shown you in the, in before also. I have got two informations. Okay, wsgi application. Okay, and the URL. Okay, by default there is database. Okay, and the URL part also we have used. See, where is the URL? URL is also there. See, workshop.urls is also there. Okay, these are the things which we need to configure in the settings.py. Okay, or else our Django project will not understand that we have a media folder also. We have, for the static files also we have to need some configuration. we have static folder also, we have template folder also, or else the Django project will not configure that we have these files or these folders. Okay, and inside that folders we have these files. Okay, so now I will go for, okay, now I will go for safe path. Okay, safe path basically settings.media tells about the media folder. Okay, tells about the media folder and feedback attachment. Inside media folder there is another folder that is feedback attachment. I am telling about this path only. Now uploaded files.name. Okay, whatever file name will be there, with that file name only the document uploaded by the user will be stored, okay, inside the media. Okay, see, I have written in the command line also. So like the path will be like this. Okay, media underscore feedback attachment underscore whatever file with the file name the user will be uploaded in the browser. Okay, now with open, now what I am doing, okay, I am copying the file. Like when I'm storing it now, when I'm storing it in the media folder, it is not directly stored. Okay, the file is stored, not the data. Now I'm copying the file. Okay, I'm copying the file what the user upload in the browser from the memory. I'm copying the file from the memory and pasted it, like I am storing it to the inside the media folder. So I'm using with. Okay, basically I am performing file handling. Okay, so basically with means we are implementing context manager. This will internally call the enter and exit flow. Okay, what context manager is about? Basically context manager is basically used, is an object in Python that is used for, that is used to handle, sorry, that is used to manage resources automatically. Okay, it will, before executing a block of code, uh, it will to perform some setup, and after executing the block of code it will perform some cleanup. Okay, why it is used? Because we have to manage some resources. Okay, we have to manage some resources. It also prevents the memory leak. Suppose we do not use the with block, we use only open, we are only opening the file. Okay, in that case after that we can also forget to close the file. Okay, in that case if we use with block, then it will automatically the file will be closed. Okay, or else if we stay open, keep open the file, then our file can be corrupted. Okay, now, what we are doing for chunks in uploaded file.chunks, though the file the user will upload can be of any size, can be of 50 MB, can be of 70 MB, can be of 100 MB. So if Django goes for storing that file directly into the memory, in that case, in that way it will consume much more memory. In that case what Django does, it will breaks the file into small chunks, and after that into small chunks and storing it to the media folder, and at the last you will see the chunks will be gathered together and the file will be stored in the inside the media. Okay, this is basically doing that. Now what we are doing, we're attaching the like we are assigning the safe path to the attachment path. Why are doing that? Because if I do not do this, then I cannot store the path details into the feedback json l. I'm showing you, if you see each javascript object, you will see I have whenever the user is uploaded the file, so I have the URL. See here also I have the URL. Okay, stored, but I cannot store directly now. So in that case, I have to use this. Okay, attachment path. So I'm creating a dictionary and I'm fetching the data from each form fields from the clean data. Okay, which is basically a dictionary which is created when we have used forms.form. Okay, now and the attachment part also I have initial like assigned the attachment part. Okay, now what we are doing with open, like feedback json, we are entering, like we are putting the python code directly into the json l, storing directly into the json l. Okay, json object as a json object. Okay, we're appending. Okay, in the beginning only I have told I'm appending. Okay, what is json dump does? Basically, what I've told that JSON dump does, JSON dump is basically converts a Python object into a JSON file. Okay, for storing the Python dictionary into a JSON file, JSON dump is used, and JSON load, there is another thing of JSON load. Basically, used to read the JSON file, okay, to the Python object, okay, used for converting the JSON record, means JSON object to the Python, okay, Python data or Python objects dictionary, okay. Okay, this much. Now what I'm doing, okay, whenever, so we are redirecting to the feedback success. Whenever I'm pressing the feedback, submit feedback, okay, it is redirecting. Suppose again I'm writing good, very good, okay. Now I will change the name also, okay. Suppose Anirudh, DH, Anirudh, uh, Nirud, Python, not Python for data science, and I will go for poor. Okay, no, not poor. I will go for just good. I'm uploading file also. You will see how the file will be stored. Okay, suppose I'm uploading a certificate, EF set certificate. Open. Okay, if it is open, okay, only PDF format is allowed. PDF, doc, okay, this type of and TXT file is allowed. When I go for submit feedback, okay, you will see feedback submitted successfully. Okay, so this will redirect, like redirect, this will again redirecting the feedback success URL, means feedback success URL will be executing the, like this will execute the feedback success function basically. So here it will be execute. What I am doing here, we are rendering the feedback success HTML form, and we are again passing the request dot reference ID. That's why we are seeing in the browser. See, there is a unique reference ID which is different from the beginning. Okay, this is different from the beginning. Okay, so I will go for closing the server, and again I will go for running the server. Okay, I will reload the server and it will come. Okay, this is very different. Okay, see, for every time for the incoming request, the reference ID will be different for the corresponding request. Okay, incoming request. Okay, so I have explained you about what are the new things we have used. Okay, so basically I have told you that I will explain the script part or the related code for the script part. I will explain you in my next video, or else it will be, though it is very big video, 37 minutes is ongoing. Okay, so the next part I will be, like the script part I will be explaining you in the next video. Okay, so basically the what are the new things we have learned from this video, that is feedback.json. I have explained you the whole flow of control. I have explained you about each file, each new files, like we have used here feedback.jsonl, what is it. Okay, I have used static files, I have used media. Okay, static folder, media folder, we have, what is it. I have told you about the settings configuration, all the settings configuration. Okay, inside feedback I have used middleware. I have also explained you this. This is basically I have commanded, this is basically the conditional middleware. For only for this URL route the middleware will be executed, not for all requests. Okay, so I will explain you in my next video this part. Okay, models.py, though we have, you doesn't have integrated database, that's why we don't have anything in the models.py. Okay, so these are the new things I have told you about the forms.py. Okay, what are the custom validations, like it will provide us the custom validation opportunity for custom validation also. I have told you the types of custom validations. I have told you the difference between forms.form and forms.modelform. Modelform I have already explained you in the previous video. So in the next video we will see how cookies is implemented. You will see this, if you expand it you will see how cookies will be implemented, how JavaScript file, there is a JavaScript file, the static, whole static folder I will explain you. I will explain you how this last topic will be get executed, this part. Okay. Acha. And there is another thing, okay, analyze review. If you go for analyze review, the positive feedback, because excellent, based on the rating, it is giving the positive feedback. This is basically JavaScript. Without reloading, it is providing the result. Okay, what we know, like when we go for submitting the form or doing any task, it will reload the whole page, HTML page. But this will analyze report. This will not reload it. It will give it directly the output in the browser, okay, for a particular part. For that case we have to use Ajax. Okay, so this is the JavaScript code I will explain you in my next video. Okay, so wait for my next video. Okay, go for repeatedly seeing this video, understand every like every thing, okay, every folder, go for understanding every folder. Okay, and go for practice. Okay, again in the next video also I will show you how analyze feedback is working. Based on the rating, it is rating and comment, it is predicting excellent, good feedback or anything. Okay, I have used JSON response. Basically I have not used redirect. Okay, return redirect. Basically because redirect is basically used for executing another URL. Okay, redirecting to a particular URL. JSON response is basically used for sending a particular data to the JavaScript. Okay, so that we will learn in my next video. So till then, bye bye.